Another interesting case we used to work on is the largest oil and gas company in Saudi Arabia, where we help them to overcome the challenge of the attachment between the different teams, developers and the security teams. So we brought the application inspector into the picture and helped to unify the team efforts. So the developers, they start to develop their code more accurately, and the security team, they saw all of the vulnerabilities and promptly fixing them.
عندنا في بوزيتيف تكنولوجيز الابلكيشن انسبكتور هو عباره عن نظام امن سيبراني قادر على انه يعمل سكان للسورس كود للابلكيشنز الموجوده لدى الزبون. باستخدام الابلكيشن انسبكتور we were able to scan السورس كود للابلكيشنز تبعت الزبون وقدرنا نحميه من الاختراقات الممكن تحدث.
Small story about how we were able to help a company out of the MENA region in the oil and gas sector transformed their DevSecOps processes powered by Positive Technologies Application Inspector, which is our SaaS and SCA offering. We had a request coming in from this particular client. They were having challenges on, first of all, scanning their code and finding vulnerabilities inside of their applications from a SaaS and SCA perspective, but also they had a very advanced Azure DevOps setup that required their application security to be integrated inside of their CI/CD pipelines for all of their application teams. We started looking at their DevOps processes, started analyzing, and understood where was the best place to integrate a SaaS and SCA solution centrally, so that we didn't have to interact with all of the application teams to make sure that we get 100% scanning coverage from day one. We went into the POC, making sure that we properly integrate, deploy Positive Technologies Application Inspector. We were able to validate the results with comparison with some of the other tools that we're using. We were able to find some new vulnerabilities that their security teams have not been able to find before. Then we went to the phase of integrating Application Inspector into Azure DevOps. We went through a series of iterations to create a master security pipeline that it had the proper integration. We went through a series of iterations around integrating and setting it up within their Azure DevOps pipelines and Azure DevOps repos, with understanding their branch protection rules and where their deployments are actually happening. And by the end, we're not only able to enable Positive Technologies Application Inspector, making sure that we scan all of their applications holistically for the security teams to have code coverage, but we also were able to achieve almost 100% integration from all of their application teams inside of their CI/CD process. So meaning that during every single build and deploy, during QA testing, we ensured that they were performing the scans, getting those results, and were able to send back the signal to the developers exactly when the vulnerabilities were being found.
With Positive Technologies Application Inspector, we were able to scan the source code of the applications of the customer. As you know, guys, any customer, he has either third-party built applications or in-house built applications. But it is not about building the applications, it's about securing the applications. That's why we are here to provide the security on the applications.
So we help the customer to improve the entire DevSecOps process within the organization. This is how this challenge is being solved. So stay tuned to learn more about such cases in the future.